Hello and welcome to 60 Seconds with Sergio. I am your host, Sergio Cabanas, attorney at law here in Florida. Thank you for joining me today. Today's question is, Sergio, what exactly is domestic violence under Florida law? Well, this is very common. Sometimes when people live together in a household, arguments break out, and sometimes there's physical contact or the threat of physical contact. When that happens, Florida law starts to intervene depending on the circumstances. Generally speaking, there's two types of domestic violence under Florida law. The most common type is handled in the family court system. That's where a person can actually obtain a restraining order against the other person for having engaged in that harmful conduct in order to force that other person out of the household or to actually stay away from the victim for a certain period of time. We have to show one of two things. One is that there was actual physical contact by a member of your household, or there was a threat of physical contact by a reasonable standard. If that could be proven, you can obtain that restraining order. The second category of domestic violence involves the criminal court system. That's where criminal charges are brought against the person depending on the severity of the case, and this situation is handled in the criminal court system. If you find yourself a victim of domestic violence, please get help. There are many resources available to you that you may not even know about. You should contact the police. There's also numerous shelters that are available for battered spouses or people who are victims of domestic violence. And of course, don't hesitate to contact an attorney who can guide you through the legal system. If you find yourself being wrongfully accused of domestic violence, you should consult an attorney right away so you can find out how these laws will apply in your case. I hope this short video provided you with at least some general guidance over this complicated area of the law involving domestic violence. Of course, this is not a substitute for an actual consultation with a knowledgeable, experienced attorney who can guide you through this process. Thank you again for joining me today, and as always, stay informed so you can stay strong.